Okay, here we are live for our weekly Leanpub live stream where we talk about the latest Lean Publishing Daily newsletter and just anything that kind of like came up during the week about Leanpub, any new features or new releases or anything like that that we want to talk about. So, Peter, do you want to share your screen and we'll go over the
Yeah,
newsletter?
sure. All right, here we are. Newsletter.
So the top part of the newsletter, we're featuring, we published a sort of new sort of suite of courses that we're very excited about. This one is Patterns of Application Development Using AI by Obi Fernandez, best-selling Leanpub author, and who's been on the podcast a couple of times. This is a very excellent course. Obi developed an app, a very cool app, and along the way, he was finding these new patterns that he could use with AI as part of the coding. And they're very cool, very interesting. Some of them are very experimental. If you want a kind of real world examples of like someone who really knows what they're doing, developing an app using AI, this is an excellent course. I know because I took it, and there's also 2.5 hours of interviews between me and Obi, kind of doing like the fireside chat type things where, so the way the course is structured is there's a lesson, like this is based on a book. The lesson is corresponds to each chapter in the book, and then the lessons each have exercises and a graded quiz that you can take at the end to sort of prove to yourself that you really internalize the content. But at the beginning of each of these lessons, there's this nice sort of relaxed chat between me and Obi about sort of subjects related to the lesson and higher level questions about AI and things like that. So it's a really cool thing, like where you get to sort of like get all the content, all the code examples, in working examples of using like AI patterns in software development and application development specifically, but also with these discussions in between, so you can sort of take a pause and just, you know, watch a really smart person talk about these things.
Cool. And this course also is part of our AI Masterclass track, which is not on sale right now, but it's $349, and it includes 2 other courses, which we've talked about before. Henrik Nyberg's it's an introductory course about generative AI, and then Andrei Burkov's 100-page language models course. And so if you buy the track, you're not losing out, because these, like, 129 times 2 is 260, and then you add in, another 89. And I'm doing math on stream. Watch this, 349, which is what the track is. So if you buy if you can buy the track now, you're not missing out on anything. You're just, just because we have a coupon of this, blah, blah, blah.
And the other 2 courses in the track also have that same, each have their own set of those really interesting exclusive videos that you can't get anywhere. I mean, it's really like, imagine you actually had the time to ask questions to the, expert who wrote the course. And like that's worth that. Like, I can tell you, they're just like you, their time is worth more than the cost of that course, to sort of, really talk to them in depth about these issues. So it's really cool. If you go back to the newsletter, also we started a couple weeks ago, we started adding these lean publishing tips of the day. These all appear on our blog as well, and we're going to be reformatting this newsletter as we go along a little bit, to help it make more sense. But if you're a Leanpub author, we've just got some tips about using social media to promote your book. Once you're done writing your book, when you've published the first chapter on Leanpub, you've got something to promote. You've got lots of content that you've already written, literally the words in your book. So actually, an interesting place to start with using social media is like posting quotes from your book. So that's just kind of like a cool way to kind of get your feet wet, if you're new to the world of promoting books on social media.
Cool. Let's see what else we have. We're going with Dave Farley's books, Continuous Delivery Pipelines. Oops. Hold on a second. Standard.
If you're interested in discussions with Dave Farley, he's also been on the podcast. We had a really interesting discussion about his experience becoming a best-selling author, writing a book that, kind of, he and his co-author had no idea, but it ended up on a list of, the kind of top 20 programming books of all time. And yeah, he's got some books up on Leanpub as well and also a course, which is really cool. Yeah, the Microservices Masterclass, which we put a lot of work into, and of course, so did Dave. But yeah, this is a very excellent course of curated videos from Dave's very popular YouTube channels.
And if you're
microservices.
Yeah. And so the one takeaway here, besides, hey, if you're interested in microservices, buy this course. If you're some YouTuber who's like, hey, I make nonfiction sort of educational content on YouTube, I wonder if there's another way to monetize it. Yes, there is. So email us, hello@leanpub.com. And just, if you're a YouTuber who's like, hey, I make, informative educational YouTube content, would this be a good fit for making a course or book on Leanpub? It'd be interesting to have a discussion with you. We're helpful people, and Leanpub is a very powerful platform, and we can do all kinds of wonderful things. Yeah. So just reach out to us. I'm Peter at leanpub.com, Len's Len at leanpub.com. So just email us. You can email us directly too. Cool.
Yeah. I think that's all we really have to talk. Oh wait, no, we can go scroll down, talk about more. There's gonna be a podcast episode down there if you go a little bit lower. Oh right, Goiko. So Goiko, I recommend, if you are a startup person, or if you're a kind of standalone developer, or if you're like doing an MBA, or you've got an MBA and you're interested in what the world has in store for you potentially as a kind of single person running a business online. You can reach millions of customers, even just being one person. But now the interesting thing is that, oh no, how do I manage millions of customers? That's what Goiko's book is about. It's really, really good. Lizard, I don't exactly remember where that comes from, but it's something about the long tail, and there's sort of a funny story about it. But basically, the idea is that people are going to
lizards have long tails, right?
Lizards have long tails, yeah. But there's something else that's sort of specific about it. But the idea is that from the long tail of customers, you're gonna see lots of what look to you to be really strange uses of your service. People are going to ask what appear to you to be really strange questions about what they can do with your service. That actually, it's from the customer usage that you can see. It sounds banal, but like when you've got a couple million people that you're watching, there's lots of behavior that you can learn from, is the sort of short version of what Goiko's insight is here. But doing it from the perspective of being one person. Managing all of that. So it's a very cool book. Goiko is an excellent author. There's lots of great illustrations. It's very fun to read. But yeah, you can see from the subtitle, Unlock Product Growth by Engaging Long Tail Users. So you're gonna see lots of behavior. You will occasionally see behavior you don't like in that long tail, but there will also be sort of signals about where you can go next in your development and the service that you're using. So I highly recommend listening to that podcast episode or watching it on our YouTube channel, and getting the book if you're interested in entrepreneurship in like the 21st century.
Well, and it's $9.99. Who cares if there's a coupon or not? It's $9.99.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. Wow. And Railsway is on sale again. Oh, sorry. Active Record Deep Dive. Oh, neat. So yeah, if you use Rails, I don't have to explain that this is important because it obviously is. Active Record is one of the things that makes Rails awesome. And so I mean, wow, what a deal this is.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Okay. I'm a bit talked out. Sorry, I don't have.
Yeah, no, that's okay. we don't have too much news this week, other than sort of interesting kind of tips of the day and these featured things to show you. But and I've been traveling. People who regular fans of the show might notice my background's changed. So yeah, but anyway, we recommend
to get you a new screen.
Yeah, I know. I need a new screen. But yeah, so anyway, we highly recommend that if you're interested in Leanpub books and deals and learning about new authors and stuff like that, subscribe to the Lean Publishing Daily newsletter. You can find it if you go to our homepage. There'll be a sort of banner across the top where you'll find the sign up links. We also highly recommend, if you're interested if you just love learning about new books and authors and about everything that they write about, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's easy to find. It's at Leanpub on YouTube. We really recommend that. You'll learn about new releases, you'll learn about book launches, you'll learn about podcast episodes. And the great thing about the podcast is that it's like, you get to learn about someone's life and career a little bit, but like you get to hear someone really smart talk about something that they've written a book about. So our podcast is actually a really great way to kind of like be constantly kind of stepping up your understanding of a wide variety of things and how people approach them. So I really recommend that. So yeah, thanks everyone
Awesome.
for watching, and talk to you next week.
Yeah, thanks guys. See you.